Hey there, Yankees fans. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Man, what a game today. The Yankees absolutely dominated the Phillies, putting on a clinic on both sides of the ball. A few players really stood out with some incredible performances, proving that this team has a deep well of talent. So let's break it down, starting with the Yankees' top 3 prospects currently in the system and why they're making such a strong impression this spring. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you're a die-hard Yankees fan and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of exciting coverage coming up, and you don't want to miss a single update on this team as we head into the season. All right, let's talk about Chisholm Dominguez. He had a solid performance today, going 2 for 4 with a home run. Now, technically, Dominguez is still considered a prospect since he hasn't had enough at-bats to lose that status. But today, he made a statement. 2 hits, a homer, and some sharp play in left field. He's got that effortless swing, and when he connects, the ball just jumps off his bat. It's exciting to watch him find his rhythm, especially after his debut last season. Personally, I think he might be better off in center field, where he's naturally more comfortable. Maybe the Yankees should consider that move, but I get why they're keeping him in left. They won't say it out loud, but I will. I know exactly why. And that reason? Spencer Jones. This guy is making serious waves right now. He's not on the 40-man roster yet, but he was on fire today. Jones is currently hitting .429 this spring and had an absolute monster game, going 3 for 3 and falling just a triple short of hitting for the cycle. Every at-bat he's had lately, he's looked locked in. The Yankees see what he's capable of, and they're giving him plenty of chances to prove himself. He was one of the most exciting players to watch today, but before he had the chance to complete the cycle, they pulled him from the game. No big deal. It's just spring training after all. They're being cautious, making sure guys get their reps without overextending anyone too early in the season. Beyond Dominguez and Jones, another name that deserves recognition is Everson Pereira. He didn't have the same explosive stat line today, but he's been quietly putting together some quality at-bats. He's got a smooth approach at the plate, showing patience and a keen eye for pitches. The Yankees are keeping a close watch on him, and if he continues progressing at this rate, he could push for a bigger role sooner rather than later. These young guys are making a strong case for themselves, and it's only getting more exciting from here. The depth the Yankees have in their farm system is truly impressive, and it's starting to feel like we're on the verge of seeing the next generation of stars rise to the occasion. Stay tuned, Yankees fans. This season is shaping up to be something special. All right, Yankees fans, let's talk about Spencer Jones. This guy is making serious waves, and if he keeps it up, we might be seeing him in the Bronx sooner rather than later. If he starts the season strong in AAA, keeps his momentum going through the first couple of months, and proves he's ready, he's going to be knocking on the Yankees' door saying, "Hey, I'm ready, bring me up." All he needs to do is carry this energy into the regular season down in Scranton. And if he does, it won't be long before he forces the Yankees to make a decision. Now the big question, where do you put Spencer Jones? He played in the outfield, mainly center and right, during his time in the minors. And let me tell you, outside of Trent Grisham, he's probably the best defensive center fielder in the Yankees system. He's got the athleticism, the range, and the instincts to be an everyday center fielder. Plus, with his size and power, we're talking about a guy who could hit 25 to 30 home runs a year with an OPS hovering around 750 to 800 once he reaches the majors. He's not just a great defender, he's got the bat to back it up. And that's exactly why the Yankees are shifting Chisholm Dominguez to left field. They're not outright saying it, but I'll say it for them. This move is happening because of Spencer Jones. Now, I'm not saying Jones is taking over center field this year. The Yankees are preparing for the future. Remember, Trent Grisham is only on a 1-year deal. He'll be a free agent at the end of the season. If the Yankees decide to move Cody Bellinger to first base next year, guess who slots into center field? That's right, Spencer Jones. And with Dominguez learning left field now, it makes perfect sense for the long-term plan. Dominguez has had some struggles adjusting this spring, but he's improving. The Yankees are making sure he gets comfortable there because, come next season, center field will belong to Jones. Spencer Jones had an outstanding game today, and if he carries this momentum into the regular season, watch out. But here's the thing, you can't rush Dominguez's development. Calling up Spencer Jones shouldn't come at the expense of Dominguez. If Jones is going to break into the roster this year, it has to be due to other circumstances, like an injury. If Goldschmidt goes down and Jones is tearing it up in Scranton, you move Cody to first, and suddenly Jones is your center fielder. We'll see how things shake out, but man, he is making a strong case for himself this spring. And speaking of Dominguez, he had another solid day today, going 2 for 4. He's been heating up lately, which is exactly what you want to see. He's likely to be the Yankees' everyday left fielder heading into the season. And while there were some early struggles, he's looking more comfortable. Meanwhile, Oswaldo Cabrera is making a push for that starting third base job. Right now, it's a battle between him, Peraza, and Bowers. Today, Cabrera went 2 for 4, and when he makes contact, he absolutely ropes the ball. The Yankees might be leaning towards a platoon situation here, Peraza hitting against lefties and Cabrera against righties. It's not out of the realm of possibility, and based on what we've seen, Aaron Boone seems to be favoring Cabrera. He's been hitting rockets all over the field, and that's exactly what you want to see from a guy fighting for a starting spot. Another player having a strong spring? Pablo Reyes. He's hitting .286 and had a 2 for 4 game today. Not bad for a non-roster invitee. And let's not forget about Dom Smith. He's been solid all spring, even though he didn't play today. But one guy who did make an impact? Paul Goldschmidt. He crushed a home run today, exactly the kind of power display you expect from him. Austin Wells also showed up, raising his spring batting average to .400. He hasn't had a ton of hits, but when he connects, it counts. Now the biggest takeaway from this spring so far? George Lombard Jr. This kid is proving he belongs. Last year he struggled after getting promoted, with his OPS sitting in the 600s. But the Yankees aren't judging him based on last year's numbers. They're looking at his potential, and it's clear why. Today, Lombard Jr. smoked a ball at 106 min/PH for his second home run of the spring. He finished the game 2 for 4 and is now hitting .333 in camp. The Yankees sent him back to minor league camp, but don't let that fool you. This kid is special, and they know it. George Lombard Jr. is still in big league camp, and let me tell you, this kid looks really, really good. There's something about the way he carries himself on the field. He looks comfortable, confident, and absolutely locked in. I saw someone on Twitter suggest that he should play third base all season long, and honestly, why not? If Anthony Volpe is the Yankees' shortstop of the future, then let Lombard settle in at third. It makes perfect sense. It's not just about finding him a spot, it's about preparing for the future. The Yankees need stability on the left side of the infield, and grooming Lombard at third now could be a game changer down the road. Think about it. Volpe is already established as the team's everyday shortstop. He's heading into his third season in the majors, and there's no question that he's the guy for that position, so why not start grooming Lombard at third base? He's got the defensive skills, the athleticism, and the arm strength to make the transition smooth. Plus, if needed, he can play second base as well. Remember, Chisholm Jr. only has 2 years left on his contract. It feels like he's been around forever, but he's actually still in those early 6 years of team control. If the Yankees decide to move on from him down the line, Lombard could be a perfect infield option. A year or two of steady reps in the minors at third base could set him up to be the Yankees' long-term solution at the position. Speaking of Jazz, call me crazy, but I think he's going to have a monster year. A true breakout season. In fact, I'll go even further. He could be a 30-30 guy this season. Maybe even 40-40. Yeah, I said it. Last year, he swiped 40 bags, so we know he's got the speed. And Yankee Stadium? That short porch in right field is just waiting for a guy like Jazz to start launching bombs. Remember Curtis Granderson? Before he became a Yankee, no one thought he had 40 homer power. His career high with the Tigers was 30, and then he came to New York and exploded. If Jazz stays healthy, I wouldn't be shocked if he takes full advantage of the dimensions at Yankee Stadium and has a career year at the plate. Now, I'm not saying it's a lock, let's pump the brakes a little, but I truly believe Jazz has the kind of power to hit 35 to 40 home runs this season. Maybe I'm crazy, but I see it happening. The talent is there, the potential is there, and if everything clicks, we could be looking at a historic season from him. What makes Jazz so dangerous is not just his power, but his ability to create runs in multiple ways. He can hit for power, he can stretch singles into doubles, and his speed makes him a nightmare for pitchers and catchers. If he puts it all together, this could be the year he cements himself as one of the premier players in the league. Back to Lombard, he's likely going to start the year in the high minors, but if he keeps improving, don't be surprised if he forces the Yankees to take a closer look at him sooner rather than later. He's not the only young player making waves either. Spencer Jones, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Jason Dominguez all had strong performances today. And let's not forget Will Warren. Once again, he took the mound and delivered, pitching 3 solid innings, striking out 4 and allowing just 1 home run. That brings his ERA this spring to 1.13, phenomenal numbers. If he keeps this up, there's a real chance he cracks the opening day roster. The Yankees love what they're seeing from their young talent, and these guys are proving they deserve a serious look. And it's not just the headliners making an impact. Pablo Reyes has been quietly putting together a strong spring, showing his ability to play multiple infield positions and hitting 286 in camp. Dom Smith, another under-the-radar player, has also been solid even though he didn't see action today. Paul Goldschmidt sent one deep today, reminding everyone why he's such a crucial piece of the lineup. Austin Wells has been making the most of his opportunities as well, with a batting average of 400 this spring. Even though he hasn't had a ton of at-bats, he's made every single one count. One of the biggest storylines from camp, though, has to be George Lombard Jr. Last year, he struggled after his promotion, with his OPS sitting in the 600s. But the Yankees aren't evaluating him solely on last year's numbers. They see the raw talent and potential, and that's what's exciting. Today, Lombard Jr. launched an absolute missile at 106 mph for his second home run of the spring. He finished the game 2 for 4 and is now hitting 333 in camp. The Yankees might have sent him back to minor league camp, but that doesn't mean they aren't keeping a close eye on him. His stock is rising fast, and if he keeps developing at this rate, it won't be long before we see him making an impact in the Bronx. The Yankees have a lot of tough decisions ahead, but the fact that so many young players are stepping up is a great problem to have. This isn't just about spring training performances. This is about the future of the organization. The next generation of Yankees stars might already be here, and it's going to be fascinating to see how everything unfolds from here.